Hi, I'm James McSporran, and I'm going to share an idea that has been really useful for me personally, and it's massively impacted how I coach my clients, and it has normally been in my top tips for when I'm training other coaches. It's based on Carl Jung's archetypes. In a nutshell, Carl Jung's archetypes are his idea that in society there exists reoccurring personality patterns or archetypal characters. And we see these characters pop up in daily life, but also in stories, also in our communities, also in ancient folklore. So before I share 4 of the archetypes with you, the reason that I offer it just now as a reflection is because now, probably more than ever, you can be really deliberate about who you're going to have in your life. You have choice about who you Zoom, about who you keep up to date with, about who you're going to call. The reality is you're not just bumping into people in the same way at the moment. So I offer this as a reflection, so you can ask yourself, which of these archetypal characters do I have in my life or do I actively pursue, and which do I not? And if not, why not? So the 4 archetypes are the king or the queen, the friend or the lover, the warrior or the challenger, and the wizard. So the king or the queen. This is someone who provides overview and guidance over your life. So for most of us, it tends to be someone like a mentor or a boss or a parent figure, that kind of thing. And you need to hear from this person when you just need a bit of direction in your life. So for me, I have a mentor. He's known me since I was 16. And pretty much every big life decision I've made, I've called him. And if he says, James, I think you're doing a great job, you're on the right track, well done, then I just relax. Because I think, oh, my mentor, who plays that king or queen archetype in my life, has said I'm doing okay, so I must be doing okay. Then is the friend or the lover. Now, this person requires absolutely nothing from you. So you've had a really bad day at work, you can just call them up, you can have a moan, you can have a laugh, whatever you need. They just give you the space and the intimacy to just be like that. So you probably need to hear from this archetype when you're just taking life a wee bit too seriously. You just need someone to make a joke and have a laugh with you. Then it's the warrior or the challenger. Now this person is the person who's going to kick you up the backside, but they do it because they're committed to your success. So you've had a really bad day at work, you call up the warrior archetype in your life, and they'll probably say, actually, it sounds like you played a part in making that a bad day. Or they'll say, here's a racket going on. Or they'll say, you need to take some responsibility for this. They'll challenge you. You probably need to hear from this archetype when you're just a bit lethargic and when you're stuck in a complaint about a situation. And then 4th is the wizard. Now, the term wizard didn't actually at first mean magical. It came from the term wise ard, meaning wise man. And the wizards, back in the day, were travellers who went from village to village. And as they went between different communities, they would pick up on different ways of handling difficult situations. So it meant that when they arrived in a new village, if they were struggling to make a decision, then the wizard would be able to say, well, in the tribe just on the other side of the mountain, here's how they handled that. The wizard would offer a new way of thinking and it would appear like magic. So it was that sense of, oh my goodness, I'd have never thought about it like that before. That's a really, really helpful reframe. So wizards now tend to be coaches, thought leaders. Wizards across social media would be people like Brené Brown, people like Jordan Peterson or Simon Sinek. There's people that reframe our situation and make us have a different relationship to our problem. You probably need to hear from the wizard if you're just stuck in the same repeating pattern and can't work out how to get out of a situation. Which of these are you actively pursuing? Which of these do you have or do you not have in your life? The king or the queen, the friend or the lover, the warrior or the challenger, and the wizard. But then also, who do you play for other people? So maybe you're involved in mentoring or line managing someone. What role do you play for them? Could you get a bit more intentional using this model about how you're going to speak to them? If you notice that they are a bit directionless, speak to them as the king or the queen. offer a bit of overview. Say, hey, here's where you're really great. Here's where I think you could go with this. Here's the direction I think you could go in. If you notice they're just taking life a wee bit too seriously, just be there for them. Let them have a laugh, let them have a moan, whatever it might be. Be the friend archetype. If you notice that they're stuck in a complaint, if you notice they're a bit lethargic, then kick them up the backside as a commitment to their success. Challenge them. Get them to take responsibility. And then if you notice that they are stuck in one way of thinking and they can't get out of a problem, then try and reframe it for them as a wizard. If you can offer an insight, do that. But if you have a YouTube video or a book or some kind of resource that's helped you, point them in that direction. Be a wizard for them. So the king or the queen, the friend or the lover, the warrior or the challenger, and the wizard. If you can actively pursue all 4 of these archetypes, chances are, whatever situation you find yourself in at the moment, you'll be able to just push that little bit further forward and probably end up in a better place at the end of the day as a result of pursuing these archetypal characters.